It's currently 6:39 a.m. and we are on the road to New Orleans. We have an 8-hour drive, so it's gonna be a minute until we get there. So I'll see you in a few. I'm trying to figure out what they mean by venomous snakes.
Right. So that's why I said I wouldn't have no issues.
Okay. Madison County. That's where we are.
I don't know how much you gonna see. Some pretty trees.
Bye, Florida.
Welcome to Alabama State Line. Bro, what y'all doing? Oh, they finna take a picture with the sign. Oh, that's exactly what they finna do. I gotta stay on the sound. I can't even pronounce that. Oh my God. Here we go.
Lord. Wait a minute.
Oh, hell no. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh my God. We are going
It's okay, Mom. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, it's my first time going through one.
I know. Am I supposed to slow down? Oh, wow. We're actually going through a freaking tunnel. I'm done. Nobody got their brakes on. What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that ain't bad. We're coming out. Oh, we just went underneath the town. The skyscrapers and stuff.
This is neat.
Ooh, wow. I'm good.
You sure?
Depending what's around the corner. I think I gotta keep around this way, I'm assuming. Yeah. Wait a minute.
same thing. I was like, does she have the merge or?
Oh, it's light out.
Wow.
We made it.
They didn't hesitate with the Christmas decoration.
I know, right? That's crazy. It's a hotel, right?
Turn right onto LaSalle Street, then your destination will be on the right.
Can I park somewhere right here?
So we actually ended up walking back to the car because in order to use the bathroom, we had to make a purchase first. And this was a Burger King. We're not used to that. So that was different. That's 16. Yes. Hey guys, so we just arrived to the hotel. Right now we're about to go find something to eat because, you know, we haven't eaten in a while, so we'll see you in a few. Looking like tourists.
I'm a tourist. I am a tourist. I don't care.
Now what they got in there? Buildings are so pretty. That's cool that they get to, you know. Want to go ahead? Oh, yeah, that's I like the vibe here.
I know, right? They did this like a different vibe here. This is the bag. So at least we know. I think that's Franklin Square that way. that's good. That's a neat one right there. Look at this long ass line. And who's gonna stand in that? Not us. Something smell good. I know, right? Oh my God. It'll go nice on my wall. Nope. That's something. Oh Lord. Like I said, I'm gonna go to the flea market first and then make my way back, compare the prices. Right. Right now we are currently at the French markets. This was the upside. A shrimp taco? I never had shrimp taco. Ooh, candles. Well, at least it's not crammed in here. Yes. Let me stop. On Saturday, I'm pretty sure they did. Some smell good. I'll get a blue one. Would get a blue one. How do you pronounce their famous sauce that they use here? Remoulade? I have no idea. Oh. Whatever, it scared me. Cause it smells like freshly made
plantain chips. That's what I'm smelling. Wow, they got towns.
Off me like push these niggas off me like pushing the snakes, I'm pushing the fakes, I'm pushing them all off me like pushing them all off me like yeah. Head up, stressed out, silence, stressed out, stressed out, stressed out, stressed out, stressed out.
Just like at a university. Yeah.
Different.
These signs are confusing.
Yeah.
Just don't look to the just don't look on the side. Keep looking straight.
Now we can turn off the lights, so dim them real low. We got the temperature right, let's take it real slow. Girl, you're right where you should be, yeah. Right on top of me, yeah. Just spend the night in my place. You ain't gotta drink and drive.
We finally made it to the Whitney Plantation, and now we're just waiting on our tour. Still got about another hour.
So intense, it's a labor intensive crop where now half of your staff passed away because you got all kinds of things included in that lifestyle. You got starvation, number one. We have to let people know almost on a daily basis that these plantations weren't really feeding their slaves the way they should have been. The laws were written, but who's going to enforce them? This part of America was one of the wealthiest places where millionaires. This was the wealthiest pot in this country, but it was because of free labor. And you rule by fear. So you don't go around feeding them steak dinners and those kinds of things, not trying to be funny. But it happened. And people are learning those things. Because normally these plantation museums kind of talk about the big house. And it's beautiful. The big house here is seen through the eyes of the enslaved people. So in advance, I'm letting you guys know that there's no glitz and no glamour. Okay? Now this church here is not original to the property, guys. There were no churches on these plantations. Another little falsehood that was told. Here in the Deep South, it was run by the French. The French was the ruling class. The Germans were the wealthy during the time of slavery, especially in the heat of it. So these churches were not on these properties because the French had laws as well, and praying was one. You could not pray. You could not gather. And that was the main thing where two or more gathered was the cause of fear. And as I mentioned, everything was about the fear. So this particular church came here after the time period in the early 2000s when the Antioch Baptist Church learned about what this property was about to be. They donated this structure, being that they were now building a new chapel, and they donated it to this property so that this story and this church's name could live on. But in the beginning, right after slavery ended. 1870, this was the time period of Jim Crow as well, and even more laws were now placed upon the newly freed African American people. So, they had not been able to gather where two men gathered, as I said, was cause for fear. So they named this church Anti-Yoke. This was after slavery ended, the yoke being that structure many slaves were required to wear as punishment. So they felt to say anti-yoke meant they were against slavery. But during the time of the Jim Crow period, African American people, as I mentioned, had more problems. So they lived in fear also. So then later on, they saw this word Antioch in the Bible. It is in the New Testament. It means the cradle of Christianity. So they felt this would be a word safer for them, and this is what they used. They replaced it with the anti-yoke. Now that church still exists today, the congregation, and they boast about 1,500 in membership. Now inside of this church, ladies and gentlemen, there are statues that match the tickets you are wearing. The backside of those tickets are the true and actual narrative of those people who actually gave their testimony in the Federal Writers Project under the administration of Franklin Roosevelt. So these stories are true. However, the pictures, just the imagination of an artist known as Woodrow Nash. He's from Akron, Ohio. After this tour is over, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to go inside and check out the church itself. This is an original church. It has been restored. We just had some damage to it last summer through Hurricane Ida. And you guys are welcome to go inside. But right now, we're going to keep it moving unless there are any questions. Let's keep moving. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wall of Honor. On this wall, we have the names of those original 250 enslaved people who we know were held in bondage on this plantation coming from the Senegambia region of West Africa in the triangular slave trade. From Senegal down to the Gambia and everywhere in between. These are actual African people, guys. Okay, sometimes you may see a name that appears more English. Some might seem French, just depending on where that person came from or who named them, because sometimes you had that language barrier and people could not understand each other, especially your crew members, and they would just give a person a name depending on who that person was. Many of these people on this wall were already skilled when they arrived here in Southeast Louisiana. Barrel makers was a very skilled labor, carpenter, domestic. It depended on what was needed because there was no time, and probably they didn't want to spend any money purchasing people to come and work on this. I'm sorry, they didn't want to hire anybody to work on this plantation. This community had a lot of young, healthy Caucasian men who could have worked on these plantations, but nobody wanted to pay them. Free labor is the thing, but also skilled free labor. Naming practices were dependent upon the areas of Africa those people came from. Some came from Mandingo or the Mandinga nation. Conga or Congo is the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. As to the naming practices, you have a person by the name of Samba. Samba is the firstborn male amongst the Fulbe people of the Pulard nation or the Fulani tribe. You have Kwaku is the name of a male born on a Wednesday in the Akan nation of the Mina nation. Musa means Moses in the Islamic faith, letting us know there were many different religions aboard those slave ships. Now, in the year 1808, the international slave trade now was abolished. It was no longer legal to purchase slaves from Africa direct. No more Africans, ladies and gentlemen. However, many times you had pirates like Jean Lafitte, his brother Pierre Lafitte, who would go to those ships and smuggle slaves and bring them back and sell them for their own profit. Okay, that's the time period of the international slave trade. A lot of those ships started going to places like Cuba, Brazil, many islands in America. How could that be? How could that have been happened? How could we have allowed it to happen and last so long? And that's a lot of the information that really gets people to thinking. It's just not like you see it on TV, and not like the movies like Django Unchained, things that just make you laugh, because people want to feel good about what happened, and it's America's shame. Now, a lot of practices on these plantations, not just working in the field, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand any kind of way that you can make money during that time period, as it depends or relates to the African descent people or the African people, especially on this side of the wall. Okay, like breeding. It existed. When a female was about 18 years old, she was now expected to have had 4 children. One example right here, slave girl by the name of Julia Woodridge talked about her mother. She said, my mom was a good breeder. She had 15 children by 15 different men. And each time she had a child, she was taken away and placed with a new man. And thus having 15 children and also proving herself to be a good breeder. That's just the fact. Some plantations had sugarcane, cotton, tobacco, children. Same thing. Okay? Any questions, comments?
We off the grid.
She don't want it. Get in your bag, stay in your bag. She don't want it. She don't want my love, I guess I gotta move on. Hey, oh yeah, oh yeah. But she don't want my love, I guess I gotta move on. Oh yeah, oh no. If she don't want my love, I'm guessing I gotta move on. I guess I came a little too strong, I guess. If she don't want my love, I guess I gotta move on, I guess. I tried to give it all to you, baby. Brand new Mercedes, a newborn baby. And I told you your love too lazy. Pray the Lord my soul to keep, 'cause there's darkness all around me. Told my brother we gon' slide, oh yeah. We gon' ride till the wheels fall off. We gon' ride till the wheels fall off. We gon' ride till the wheels fall off. We gon' ride and we gon' slide. Free winner and slime. Fighting for our lives, where they get paid up, I can find it. They don't like the fact I went from Honda to a Rari, bust down to a plain Jane. Hate this shit you can't change. Tryna be a winner, but I still be feeling lost in it. Trying not to sin, but that shit hard when niggas crossing me. Holding back tears, tryna write me off. Bitch, you don't know how to love, guess your heart beat off. Yeah, I've been going crazy, tryna save me, ain't no antidote. I would say her name, but I ain't saying that shit anymore. Drowning out the pain, it's just a feeling you won't never know. I'm a living legend, I'ma say it till it's time to go. I done put in heavy work, my children won't never hurt. Riding for my kids.
Now what you in a rush for? What you tryna meet your maker, darling? Oh, you running out of time, huh? Look, time ain't even real. You really need to chill. It's all an illusion. You getting mixed up in the fusion. Whatever it is you try to see, you can sit down and just believe. But I wouldn't ever be the same old thing. But I can tell you straight, it ain't no game, baby. Oh, God bless me. God help me.